Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures.
Hello, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis, and we have my lovely husband, Mike.
Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
He did it. Yay!
Hey, I did it.
So,
I did it.
I want to say hello to Amberden and Still Life Minis, Deacon of the North, and Lamunis. All you guys are here. Thank you so much. Welcome. Peyton Flower Witch again. She has been, this is the third time we streamed her, painting her, and I think a big part of that is because we're on such a good roll. She's here, go ahead and there she is. We got a good part of her tree painted. We're getting blues and purples. We got her shroud for her hair painted or begun, right?
Hey, Artie Wolf. Hey, Relix.
Hello, Relix and Artie Wolf. Good evening. And then we have the last bits, which are the incense burner and the bird. And of course, you know, we've got quite a bit to work on still. She's a big mini. She's 54 millimeters. And anyway, you guys are making it so much fun that we're going to keep going. So I didn't pay any of her off stream. It was very difficult. I saved her for you. Hey, Cat Liam. Where was this model from? It's from Etherfields. I think Awaken Realms might have something to do with it as well. You can go on Facebook and type in at Etherfields, ETH. Actually, Mike, can you do the command so they can find the link?
What command?
I think it's exclamation point paint.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Exclamation point paint.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there we go. That you can just go right there. Now I don't know if she's for sale anymore because she was limited edition, but you can always check. And I don't know that they were all sold out. But
We're done. How's it going?
yes, good. You're not finished our stream, no, but I felt tempted. Trust me. She's been a lot of fun. Before I get to painting, I want to show you guys something that I found yesterday. Give me my face cam again. Yesterday, I found this at an antique store, and there's an antique mall, just like a few blocks, maybe like a mile away from my house. It's an antique mall, and I went in there, and I was just browsing around. And
This is crazy.
This is crazy what I found. Look at that, guys. Advanced. Let me see if I can get it to be straight on camera. There we go. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figure set. The Dungeons Explorers. All right, let's open this up because I was so impressed with the quality and the fact that every single one of these is still in here. Check this out. Oh, it's in the plastic wrap, so I'm gonna take the plastic wrap. It's just got like some saran wrap on it, just to keep them all in. Look at this. I know. So I looked them up, and they were made in 1980. And so they're gonna go in my collection with my other first ed D&D stuff. Okay, let's go to the top here. Now there was a sheet. The only thing it did not come with was the sheet. I looked up the sheet online, and there's look at these. These are the old what are they called again? The
Lead?
Grenadier. Yeah, I think they are lead actually. Grenadier models made these. This is the 5001 set, and they made like 4 or 5 sets. There's a barbarian. There's an archer. Remember back when elf and dwarf was a class? Make you feel old now? Look at this. There's a cleric. There's a dwarf. He's cool.
A what?
That's a dwarf.
Oh, a dwarf, not a dwarf.
Not a dwarf. Yeah.
Dwarf
Here's
on golf.
that's a bard. That may have been before bard was a class too. Look at that. Genuine Vision. Jan, look what I found. These are the old Grenadier Advanced Dungeons and Dragons models. I got these at a antique store of all places, an antique mall. And it has every single one of them in good shape. There's a little halfling. How cute is that? That's a good one.
A little high.
Oh, is it high? There we go.
You just connect a camera at some point this week? Like use a webcam on
There we
your
go.
computer?
No, but I did adjust the focus. Look at these. Look at him. He's cool. I'm actually pretty impressed with the detail on these because this was a long time ago. And I have no idea who sculpted these, but if anybody can find out and tell me, that would be amazing. There's a little adventurer. Oh, a wizard. Oh, it's a female wizard. Awesome. He looks amazing. There's another halfling. That one absolutely looks like a Frodo kind of character. That's great. There's a female fighter. He's got, remember the old lanterns, the bullseye lanterns? Everybody had a bullseye lantern. There's a guy with a shield with a tree on it. That's some nice detail. Oh, and his sword is a little bit bent. There's another, this looks like another kind of wizard. The face, oh my gosh. He's got a cobra, familiar. That's pretty neat. I had no idea that these were going to be so detailed. Look at, there's another dwarf with an axe. Oh, he has a dragon on his shield. You got to paint these? I don't know if I can paint them, Art Evolved, because, hey, good morning, Jan. We're just looking at these old D&D Moonies. I don't know, because they're collector's items. I don't know if I could paint them, because they're kind of special just as they are, aren't they? I don't know what this is. It's like a bat or something. It's got some sort of wings, but I can't really see its face. Its face is very melty, but the wizard's face is amazing. And he's got a little, you know, symbol. Might be a holy symbol. No, he's got a scroll. And then here's the last one, another guy with a shield, like some sort of Templar paladin or something. Yeah, honestly, they were not cheap. I think I paid $65 for the set, which is about what I saw them on eBay for, so I did not get ripped off. But yeah, there's something that I would really enjoy having in my collection, so I don't know if I want to paint them. Yeah. Yeah, they're probably not. I don't think I could increase the value. I know my name is, you know, good for, but I don't know. You can't articulate how jealous you are. Ika girl, you can. I saw some sets on eBay. You might be able to find some. It's an imp. Yeah, it is an imp. First edition AD&D Master's Guide arrived in the UK in later September 1979, maybe October. Yes. So, all right, we are ready to start painting the funeral witch. What else is going to happen today? For those of you guys who were not here on Monday, check this out. This is something I showed all my Monday people. This is the official Shoshie's Minis logo pin that I am giving out at conventions and for some certain giveaways. If you happen to win a giveaway, you may get one of these. Some certain commission people will also be getting these. This is going to be kind of like the secret club wink, so that if you have one of these on at your convention,
you do a different one every year.
Oh, I will. We'll see. You know, but also, I've been talking to Genuine Vision and Rainer72 and Flickster about them getting pins as well. So that would be really cool if we could get them to do those, and we could trade amongst ourselves and everybody get a set. That would be awesome. These figs are so old that the previous owner was Jesus. Okay, I was alive at that time, so.
She likes to brag that she's been a gamer longer than I have.
I have. I started when I was in the 5th grade, actually probably when that set came out. They printed a softback player's manual, much cheaper than the import TSR hardback player's manual. Nice. Yeah, you need this pin? Okay, so we'll be, you gotta see me at if you see me at a convention, ask me about the pin and I will give you one. Okay, if this is, you gotta be a social media follower. You don't have to be a Twitch follower, but if you're a social media follower and you know about these, you have to ask me about them. Okay? Yeah, the mods do need one, don't they? We will work that out. Genuine says he has a badge designed already, just needs to find a company to make them. Yeah. What you could do, Jan, I don't know if it would be too cost crazy, but you could have the same company that made mine and then have me ship them to you. Maybe it'd be cheaper that way. I don't know if it might be, because maybe them ship it because I could send it as a gift, right? All right, let's get back to the Flower Witch. I'm thinking her hair needs to be white. I'm not 100% on that. I think multicolored. She's got these chrysanthemums in her hair right here, but I don't want to take away from those, so maybe I should paint those first. Yeah, let's paint those first, and I'm going to look up American shipping, no chance. Okay. Yeah, maybe wait till you get to Ireland and then see if you can find somebody in the UK, because that's going to be your best bet. And I'm positive that there's somebody in the UK makes them. Because I think the Guild Ball people have their own chibi pins. I'm pretty sure, and they're in the UK. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna look up Chrysanthemum and see what I can do. Find for colors.
Brown with purple highlights, says Deacon.
Brown with purple highlights. I don't like that color though. Let me see. Brown might work actually, but let's see. Images. Ooh, there's a purple one. I don't want to make it the same color as her dress or it will be so matchy-matchy. Pinks. I didn't see any blue ones. Green one. All right, I see some purple and pink ones. I think like a little bit of this color, the sunset purple, and that'll have a little bit more red in it, and that'll offset some of the other purples there. Let's do that. And there's another chrysanthemum down here too. There, we're good there. All right, we're gonna do it. A more sunset purple. Black hair is your vote. Black is one of those colors that's difficult, and I'm liking kind of how her hair looks white. We'll see, because all of these little orbs in here can be glows. Yeah, we'll see. That's not a bad idea. I just would need to figure out how the glows are going to look with the black. Maybe a dark brown. Yeah. Can't believe her skin. It's been so cool. Yeah, I'm really happy. Her skin feels really nice. It's like, feels really realistic to me. The people from Etherfields contacted me and they said they really enjoyed how smooth it was. They thought it looked good. All right, I'm getting out this is my new Broken Toad number 1. I just got some Broken Toads and I really like them. I'm gonna try using them more often, see how much of a beating they can take. All right, here goes with the Chrysanthemum. See if we can pull a good view right here. Black hair is as Artie Wolf's vote. Okay. Is anybody else saying black hair? I want a high contrast, so I'm not 100% black. It's gonna give me that. There we go. Moose likes redheads. We're thinking lots of cool colors, and then the yellows and reds and things are going to be in the flames of the bird. So if I put reds in her hair, that's going to take away. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for what I'm trying to do. You got to think about kind of your color story, right? You don't want to take focus away from things. We'll see. It might actually work out fine. Like you guys gave me the idea for the metallic on the shroud, and it came out awesome. All right. Thinning out my sunset purple a little bit. What are these pretty chrysanthemums? I've been doing a little bit of gardening in our front yard, and there's a couple different plants out there that I'm not 100% what they are, because like I said, we just moved, and not really sure what else back there. I know one is a snowball bush, and think one might be a gardenia. The only thing I know for sure is that there is a rose bush. I just don't know what kind of rose bush. I think it might be what do they call it? A rock out rose, I think. Okay, that looks really nice. Let's see what this one looks like when I make it purple. Burgundy. Who says I never have good ideas? You have good ideas, Amberden. Yeah, it was Amberden. Amberden had the idea for the metallic in it, and it was an absolutely great idea. Worked out really well. And that was actually the turning point when this model really got fun for me that night, because it kind of lit the creative spirit in me, is what happened. And you guys all saw it happen on stream. It was really, I kind of like the idea of limited crowdsourcing. And I'm going to say limited because there's going to be some times when backseat painting won't work for me, and I'll have to say, I think I'm just going to go another direction. But there are some times when you guys give me ideas and I try it. Why not? You know, I can always paint over it if it doesn't work. And if it does work, then that's awesome, because then the whole stream benefits. All right, that I'm pretty happy with both of those chrysanthemums. And I'm going to give just a smidge of this purple down here as well, so that I can marry those two together, so they feel like they're all part of the same, and feather this out here. Feather that line. And a little bit over here too. Oh, Amberden says he said, who says I never have good ideas? So, wasn't me. Just giving it a little glaze of that purple over the purple that I had before. I think that's helping. Right, and then there's a little bit down in here. I did do a teeny bit of painting off stream. Not enough that you guys would notice, but just little areas that where I needed to get paint down in that would have been really hard while I was on stream. Like here, this would be easier off stream right here. Those little spots.
It's really nice with the kind of gray hair. Why not just make it brighter?
Yeah, I agree. I like that idea, Razar. That's why I was thinking kind of a whitish, but give it some little, you guys haven't seen me. When I paint white, there's always some other colors in it. You'll see what I mean. Get in the shadow here. Feather this out. So Mike messaged me this afternoon. I'm just looking at the back of her hair and how it folds kind of down over. Anyway, he messaged me and he was like, dude, and apparently Star Wars Celebration 2019 is going to be in Chicago, which is only 2.5 hours from us. And so now we are like trying to check our calendars to see when we could go, because that would be awesome. All right, I'm gonna do her hair, and I'm gonna use a rainy gray, and then I'm gonna highlight it with the whites and the different colors I was telling you about. Yep. Yeah, I like.
Sophia's done with work, so I'm gonna put her up.
Okay, so Mike's gonna go get Sophia from work, and then I'm gonna keep painting while you guys talk to me. Okay. I don't think I'll need it, but yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this is the rainy gray. I'm just gonna paint it on, straight on the white areas that are already, yeah, and I'm probably gonna do a wash over that. with a little bit of the, I don't know yet. I don't know what my wash is going to be just yet. We'll see. But I want to get this gray in here. And so far it's really pretty. This is, if you look at this gray, it's called Rainy Gray. It's almost a very desaturated brown. It's a really pretty color. It's got a little bit of, just a tiny bit of purple in it. Yay, 3 Studio, 9 months. Thank you so much, because it's pretty. How are you? 30, I was just thinking about you, because when I was at that antique store, there was a whole bunch of those old horses that you work on. And I thought, oh, that's so cool. I almost sent a picture. And if I go back, I'll get pictures. They definitely needed repainting. Okay. While I'm going over her hair back here, I'm kind of thinking about, all right, even though I'm base coating the whole thing with the gray, where are my highlights going to be? Where are my shadows going to be? Because the Zenithal didn't do that great a job on the back here, so that's why I'm giving it like a once over with this color. You missed it, 30. I just was showing everybody these advanced Dungeons and Dragons figures that I found at the antique store. Look at that. It's from 1980, and it's a full set. All of the figures are in it. So I'm super psyched. I did not expect to find that at an antique store, and to be frank, aw, Miss Half Damage, thank you for the subscribe 2 months in a row with the tier 2. Woohoo! Thank you so much. I felt a little old seeing Dungeons and Dragons stuff at an antique store. You know? Anybody from the UK doesn't think of things that are from the 80s as antiques, right? You guys have a little bit on us Americans when it comes to old stuff. Just a wee bit. Highlight facing more towards the bird. Highlight facing, I'm not highlighting right now. I am base coating, so yes, I will keep that in mind once I get around to that bit. And the other thing is, when I have the bird, you're going to get some OSL, so it's going to be completely different colors layered on top, so it won't look the same as this color at all. Wasn't 1980 like only a few years ago? Right, right. Exactly. just the other day I had a side ponytail, right? And some Vans. I don't know, did you guys have Vans in the UK, or was that a thing? What was in style in the UK in the 80s? Same thing as here? Was it different? I'm curious now. I love that color on her. That's really gorgeous. Gotta remember, though, the setting is at night and moonlight, and the colors shouldn't be bright, and the highlights should be more cold. Exactly. Yep. Amberden went looking for spares for his airbrush and found it being sold as vintage, so you decided to upgrade. That's probably a good bet, especially because if you break something, you won't be able to get parts for it if it's so vintage that... Oligar777, thank you so much for tipping. I really appreciate it. Every time Oligar watches me, he sends me a tip. It makes me feel very supported. We're definitely going to be buying the stream a new computer in this actually Mike is going to order it sometime after the stream. So that is probably the next big purchase, because my computer is already blue screening of death on me, So it's getting to be time. All right, we got all of the basing here. I'm gonna go ahead and look for pieces of hair that have been wrapped around this. Some of this is rope and some of it is hair. So I gotta kind of pick over what is and what isn't. That describes your central, heating boiler. Oh, Amberden, I do not envy you. To get that replaced is not easy and not cheap. Major Dodo. Oh, he's auto hosting. Here, it dates back to 1979. Oh my goodness. Hey, Cosmos BC. Hopefully everything is warming up for you and back in Canada. Okay, these are definitely little pieces of hair right here. Like I said, there's a lot of pieces of rope. And I'd say there's more rope than there is hair in this section of it. So I'm going to be carefully here picking out the bits. Hopefully you'll be able to see this because I don't know if I'll be able to maneuver everything around very easily. All right, that I cannot tell what's hair and what's not here. What that little spot is. Oop, needed some of the rope. Hold on. Yeah. Gosh, it's such a pretty color. And I think my best bet would be to paint the whole thing gray and then pick out the ropes after the fact. That looks like hair for sure because the hair has fine little edges and things in it. There we go, that's hair right there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go ahead and paint everything except for the little baubles that are on here with the hair color, and then we can disseminate rope and hair later. Because I might decide that I just like it better to be all hair. Might just be an artistic decision, right? All right, I'm gonna check you guys' chat comments before too much gets scrolling. 30 says, she's really beautiful. You adore the color scheme. You need to go back and watch the VOD as you're home from work. Yeah, sure they aren't dreadlocks. I don't think so. I mean, they could be, but I don't think so. I think because if you look at like old school, like vintage women that, you know, from medieval times, they would wrap, like they would have cones that they would wrap their hair around. And that's kind of what I think this is. And there are ropes here. Yeah, I like that color. Speaking of newer computers, does Mike build? Yes, and he is going to be building mine. And I don't think he does that as a service though. So he might be able to give you the specs for one, Deacon. I know you were looking for one. So just message him. Just whisper Protomaker and see what he can do. He's the tech guy for sure. Remember guys, if you want to get my attention while I have my glasses off, especially put at Shoshie's Minis, otherwise I'll assume you're not talking to me but you're talking to the chat. Lumina says joking about the dreads. Well, I mean, they could have been, right? Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but they are bands, not ropes. Hair bands, yeah, I think they are too. I just was calling them ropes because I had vocabulary derp. Sometimes it happens when I'm in the midst of painting as I lose my words. But yeah, hair bands is perfect. I like that color a lot. So today I had a video coaching with Nixton Minis, and we basically worked out the color scheme and stuff for the mini that he's painting, and we've got a limited palette for him, which means that in order to get other colors, he just needs to mix colors he already has, which can be really different. It's taking him to a new level with his painting, and I think he's really excited about it because everything's going to look good together because it's all from that limited palette. So that's kind of what I'm going with her too. I kind of want a limited palette as well. There we go. So I need to... there's lots of little details on her that I want to keep. Unfortunately, the sculpt has like, I guess it's like a little mold line underneath it. It's not too bad. It's hidden because it's underneath, but. Hey, Barachanid 50, how are you? What's been going on? Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank everybody, actually. So I've got a Warhammer model in my commission queue. I've got another Kingdom Death model. I cannot tell you if I'm going to be able to stream anything because I'm finally caught up, and so that usually means I won't be needing to stream commissions. Oh, I really love that. All right, now that's drying. I'm going to take, I need a little bit of washes. I've got a blue wash from Game Color, and I also have a little bit of piggy purple ink. Oh, that reminds me, I have to show you guys something. Let me be right back. Hang on one second. I got a box in the mail from Privateer Press. I see it now. It's on the floor. They sent me some miniatures for some of my classes, and they also sent me some new paints and inks that I want to try out while I've got you online, got you on the thing. I think they're going to be really handy in this mini. So let me go check. Hold on one second. Pigment painting miniatures. First time on stream. You're Australian, so this really happens. I'm so glad that you're here. You guys know I collect Australians. I'm actually going to Australia next year with Mike. I'm so excited. Hang on one second. I'm going to go get those Privateer Press paints, and then we'll talk about Australia. Yes, I'm really... Oh, sorry, guys. So sorry to hurt your ears. I have a lot of Australian friends in Lamunis. That's what I mean by I collect Australians. They are, I have a lot of mates who are from there. Okay, so this is what they sent me, Sea Dog Crew, and you can see there's quite a lot of skin on these minis, especially this guy. So I'm going to be taking this, let's see, this one, these 4 right here have a good amount of skin, so they're going to be used in my skin painting tutorial class. And yeah, so looks like there's quite a bit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 2 guys here that have bare chests. They're really good. This kind of has a vest. Okay. Then does that mean Nova will get new minis? Possibly, yeah. And then these are the press gangers. So let's open this up real quick because I don't think I've seen press gangers in ages. This is a really old set and I don't know if it's changed any since I saw it last. So there's this girl. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, this is the old one, the old sculpt. Press ganger, they used women to lure unsuspecting. Oh, that's a mosquito. Kill it. Ah. Don't know how that got in here, but I'm glad it's dead. They used, yeah, so they would, this is the story of press gangers. They would use women to lure unsuspecting drunk guys from the pubs into alleyways where promptly another pirate would grab them and stick them in a, in a bag, and they would get, brought into the crew. Look at, this is all that they got, a pulley to hoist the bag up with. 2 of those guys. You're just asking because you'll be there? Yeah. Frag Lloyd. Everybody tells that joke. Look at, there's 3 of these guys. There's another one with rope. Lanterns, good for OSL. Same one with rope. Okay, so we've got several duplicates, but these are great. This is a great set for teaching skin. There's a lot of skin on each one of those. Yeah, so I got sponsored by Privateer Press, and they sent me Sea Dogs and they sent me press gangers. So I'm really happy that we'll be able to have those for the class. And these are the paints they sent me. Look at this. Blazing ink. It's a beautiful orange ink. Eldridge, which is this gorgeous teal. I think these might be similar to technical paints. And then pigment painting miniature says, yeah, Emberden liquid super glue is a pain. This is Galvanized Steel. I'm not sure what's different about this color. It looks a lot like the icy blue that I have. This is Boiler Black. Again, this looks a lot like pig iron. And then this is Inferno Orange. And like I said, I think these might be similar to technical paints. But anyway, let's open them up and see, because I think I'll be able to use these 2 on her bird. Let's see what this, I need to watch all of Dallas Kemp's videos. You need to give P3 paints a go because they're really nice. And they have a longer drying time, so they might survive Australian heat a little better. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Oh, yes. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that rust technical paint that GW makes. Only thinner, which means it's going to be easier to control. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Look at this is one of the things. This is another advantage to P3. You can thin them and thin them and thin them and thin them, and they will never split. There's something about them, the way they're formulated, they won't split on you. Buccaneer. How do pirates pay for their piercings? a buccaneer. Ah, that's so bad. Ragloid. All right, so this one is Eldridge. And again, I think this is sort of like a verdigris kind of technical paint again. Ooh, look at that. How pretty. We're swatching paints. Let's see what happens when I thin it out a little bit. Yep, it thins nice. Oh, look at that. It glazed over my finger. You see? Do it. Let's do it. Let's try a little bit in the crevices of her hair. Oh yeah, that's very pretty. Oh, I like that. Nice. Pushing that into the shadows just a smidge. See what happens. You have P3's beaten purple, and oh my gosh, yes, it is a nice purple. Beaten purple that's actually very similar in color to the sunset purple, but it's more satin, right? I like that. That is good. Okay, put that away for a minute. Now, let's see this one, Galvanized Steel, and again, I don't know what's different about this or why. If maybe it might be a bridge color between a couple other colors. They've been doing that. They've been trying to make triads with their newer paint. All right. Nice and opaque. Look at that. It goes right over that other color really well. Let's see what it looks like. I'm just curious on if we highlight her hair with it. Ooh, yeah. That actually, it begins to read almost like a white now. I like that a lot. When I get the shadows painted in, we'll go back and highlight it with this color because it's pretty smooth. I like it a lot. Let's see what it looks like on the swatched. Looks pretty good. How thin does it get? A little bit chalky when it thins out. It's a metallic? Are you sure? It doesn't look like a metallic at all. No. I mean, wait, I think you might be right. I can't see any metallic flecks in it, his half damage, but I mean, you could be right. I just don't see any metallic in it. That doesn't mean it doesn't. No, maybe I need to shake it and then it'll. Now this is a metallic for sure. No, I don't see any metallic in that. I'll ask Dallas. I mean, like I said, I could be wrong. This is the blackened boiler black. Boiler black. I love, 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 love dark metals. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's lovely. Watched. So it's like a nickel color, like a dark nickel. Pretty. That's definitely metallic, and I'm trying to make sure I don't get any in the barrel of my new brush. All right, let's take a look at this ink. Diomedes Industries showed up at an odd time, though. You were going to paint. You thought I was going to paint my nails? Okay. Don't know how you got that impression. Oh, you saw him use it to highlight a metallic. Okay. Well, you can use actually, right, we use non-metallics to highlight metallics all the time. This is, oh, look at how, that reminds me of a GW color, and that's gonna stain my finger orange. They're only partially metallics, like a demi-metallic. Hello, Mike is back. They're intended almost as glazes for metallics. Okay, I believe you. Pretty cool. The ones with the black labels are metallic. Yeah, no, you're right. I think that's right. Okay, let's try something then let's see what happens. Let's find something metallic. Let's do, this is the blackened color here. See what happens when I highlight it with the other color. Ooh, that got dark quick. Look at that. There's some little coins down here too. All right, let's see. New color. I'm showing off these new paints that I got from Privateer Press, Mike.
Cool.
They sent them to me.
Nice.
To try. This is apparently a metallic highlight. Oh, I was painting my fingers. I gotcha. No, that makes sense. Okay. Look at that. It's a different look. It still looks, let me take my glasses off and look at it close. Okay, so it looks like a metal, but it is kind of like a burnished metal. It's not a high polished metal anymore. I like it. I also like it as a highlight for her hair, even though it's a metallic. Which, remember, we've been doing that with the Scale 75 metallics are able to do that too. And the whole thing is that if a metallic has fine enough pigments, you can do that. You can use them in that way. Now, I'm really curious. Let's see what happens. Let's put some yellow on Birdie here. I want to use this pastel yellow to start and see if we can ink that up to a brighter yellow. And it's not open. Here's my pin. Galvanized metal reminds me of the colored metals from last year's ReaperCon. Yes, I agree. I didn't get to go to last year's ReaperCon, and I'm not going to get to go to this year's ReaperCon either because I'm going to Nova instead. But the next year, I'm planning on going to ReaperCon. All right, let's see what this bird does. So again, with fire, you want the darkest part on the end and the lightest part toward the center. So I'm going to go here with my yellow, and it's a pastel yellow that I'm going to add inks to, so don't worry just yet.
Hey Diomedes, how's it going?
I was telling Diomedes when we were at the convention, he's ruined me for leatherwork now because I can't look at people's leatherwork without thinking, oh, I could get this from Diomedes.
And it would actually most of the time be a lot better.
It'd be a way better.
I just like the softer leather that he does.
Well, he was pointing out that a lot of stuff that those guys make is made quick for a quick sale.
Yeah.
You know. Which I understand as well. And Cam, there we go. And I may want to keep this yellow low key anyway, because of the pale colors that we're doing in the moonlight. Could be interesting. Aw, guinea pigs. Pigment painting has some guinea pigs. I think. Eternix says, Dallas and company were using on stream the other day. They look great. You're excited for Boiler Black. Yeah, so how does how did he say how boiler black is different from pig iron? Is it a lot darker? I mean, I don't know if I have any pig iron with me. I don't have it nearby, so I'm not going to dig it out. All right, let's see. Get a few more swipes of yellow on here before we start messing with it. All right, let's try the ink first. Want me to grab you the special triads? Sure. Yeah, find out what those are and let me know what those are. Oh, he says we can trade painted minis for leather work. That'd be great. All right, I'm gonna go up here. Ooh, guys, look. That's lovely against that yellow. Holy cow. That's beautiful. That definitely looks like fiery. And when you do thin it out, it does kind of loses its orange and it goes more toward the yellow. Perfect. Great. All right, this ink is a win, guys. I'm pretty happy. Oh, I love it. Let's go in there with some more of this. This yellow is High Key Yellow by Scale Fantasy and Games, so it's the more satin version. So, Freaky Girl says, I was thinking of getting my son a guinea pig, but he has asthma, so you don't know how that would work. I think the only thing you might need to worry about too much is the wood chips, if those cause dust, you know. Okay, so Eternix says they don't have the same flake saturation, they're only semi-metallic. Oh, okay. I love it. So they do look a little bit more burnished then. That's great. That's going to give them a more like a non-metallic metal look, isn't it? That will be amazing. Put more yellow down in here. So it's kind of cool to be able to completely improvisational paint with you guys. That's basically what this is, because I don't necessarily know what's going to happen. You're watching it unfold with me. I love that. That's gorgeous. Let's put more on over here. Look at that. It gets more orange the more you apply, but it really is a lovely yellow ink that works really beautifully for fire. I would call it yellow just based on what it's lying on top of here. Now let's put that in this part right here, because it's going to go in there next to that purple tree. It's going to look pretty intense. It says how, oh, also guys, including Eternix, if you want to get my attention, make sure you put @Shoshie's Mini so I know that you really want me to reply. Otherwise, I don't think you're, you know, generally asking the chat and that kind of thing. Okay, so it's a little transparent, so I'm seeing some of the gray primer through this, but it's not too bad. Let's do some of this orange, this actual orange, Inferno Orange. How do I like the scale color paints? I like them very much. I'm actually sponsored by Scale 75. I think you can do exclamation point Scale 75, or what's the command, Mike?
Yeah. That,
So you can do that, and you can get my coupon code so that you can get off. It's 15% off, and that's good all over the world, although they will ship from the US. So if you don't mind paying that,
I thought you had a command for that.
it might just be.
There's a notice that comes in every once in a while.
Yeah, it might just be a notice then.
Yeah.
I'm just going over the highlights basically of this because I want all the inner parts to be yellow. This is the Inferno Orange on top of the glaze that we've already got of the ink. Isn't that lovely? Last week I recommended agitators. Absolutely, that solved most of my problems, and the paints are way easier to paint with. Yes, somewhere in my studio or my agitators, I've got to dig them up. But I have the same thing. You really need the agitators in order to get all of the medium and paint and stuff to flow together, and it really makes a huge difference. There we go. There we go. Looks like fire already, doesn't it? Now, get all that down in there. I need to get some orange and yellow down in there. I'm still seeing primer. Yeah, I would make sure that you use both either glass or stainless steel agitators, like the kind that Scale 75 makes, or Flow Fuse cells. Both of those are fine, just as long as you're using something that won't rust, because if you don't want to mess up your entire paint range, that would suck a lot. All right, put some more there. There we go. I'm really liking these so much. They're really working for me. Now we need a little red, and I'm thinking we'll go with the Intensity inks, which are in this thing right here, I believe. Hold on one second. I don't want to spill my water. Use that code for the discount. Yes, it's the code is Shoshie Rocks. All caps. All right, those aren't the inks. Here we go. Is that an ink? I see it. This is a red ink from the Intensity set. It might be a little too red. We'll see. You know what? Actually, instead of red, let's go with purple first. Let's go with that Sunset Purple, because it's got red in it, and it might look cooler for what we're doing with all these purples. And this color, because it's got so much red in it, acts as a good bridge color for like a bridge from yellow to purple, right? Because it's so much red in it. If you go straight from purple to yellow, you're going to get a brown, and it looks not so good. See? Pretty. Lovely. See how that looks better than putting straight red on it. It reads as red though with all that orange behind it. You see that? Yay! Rosario got an incentive in intensity. It's awesome.
Woot!
Good, good. Look at that now. See, look, it's going to harmonize with her a lot more. I'm going to go down under here, and all of these shadows get to be purple. Right in there and in here. I was thinking, depending on how this funeral witch turns out, of doing like a crowdsourced commission with her. Do you know what that means? So Flickster actually gave me this idea, and what they do is, this is what he and Genuine, and I think Rainer's done it too at times. But you have an unlock bar, and over time, as people donate and chip into the stream, they unlock the chance for a drawing to win this commission. And anybody can win. I think it needs to be, like, we do it differently, but it's basically the people who unlock it realize that they might be unlocking it for somebody who didn't chip in. So that's kind of how it works. But it does make it a possibility for, ooh, I love that. Ugh, guys, I'm so happy with this flames. Beautiful. Now, I feel like she needs this vividness up in her hair. I know it's going to sound funny, but check this out. These little baubles. That needs to go in there, so that way we have them in more than one place. Ooh, we have more girl painters? Do we have more? Yeah, there's plenty. Right. Look at this. See, this is the yellow. By the way, Pigment Painting Miniatures, I know of an Australian painting group. If you message me, I'll tell you the name of it. It's pretty small, but I think you might dig it. It's a Facebook group, so I don't know if you use Facebook, but there we go. More yellow in here. And I'm painting the light first, and I'm going to go in here with this orange. Oh, see that? It'll all tie together really pretty. Yes, good. Whisper me, and I will send that info to you. Here's more of this blazing ink. Blazing is a good, help you remember that this is good for fire. Blazing ink. It looks like fire. Look at this craziness. It's amazing. A fire. That combined with the Inferno Orange and this purple too. It looks intense. There we go. Now, because of the ends of his tails, I'm going to give him a little bit of this yellow on the end of his tails. His tail feathers. I'm not sure yet what else he's going to have, but we'll at least get that started. Now, this is smoke, I think. So, not sure what I'm going to make that yet, but let's go back to her hair horns. Horns of hair. Would you paint one of those 90s flame shirts? How would you paint one of those 90s flame shirts? 90s flame shirts. I don't know what you mean. You're going to have to send me a picture. Like link it. If you're on Instagram, okay, yeah, I'm on Instagram. Definitely. A little bit more of this very light yellow. Look at how pretty it looks up against that purple with that gray hair. Like she's got little glowing lanterns inside of her hair. That's my headcanon anyway. And that's what's going on. Are you watching, Mike?
Getting your computer.
Oh, he's buying my computer, guys. The computer that this stream is helping to pay for. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Okay, over here. I'm getting a little bit on her hair. I'm going to have to go back and clean up. It's okay, though, because I might end up turning it into OSL anyway. I just don't know yet. Like I said, this is all kind of whim painting. Whatever happens, we're just in the zone. Let's do some more of that orange in the middle here. I like that. That's not sticking. Why not? Probably too. There we go. That's better. This whole part right here, I need to get more yellow in there. Don't buy a Mac. Don't worry. Mike would never. Well, he would buy a Mac, but he'd buy.
We're doing this economically.
Yeah, we're gonna do an economic. He's building a computer. By the way, Deacon of the North might be interested in having you help him spec.
Yeah, I've been talking to him.
Oh, good. Yeah. Eternix is following. Yay! Thank you so much for the follow, Eternix. By the way, I'm going to write down some names here because I think I've been. Can you pop up the little screen for followers? I'm going to write down people.
It's not running.
I don't know why.
Well, because we were in a hurry because we got running late.
I'm going to write down this one. We know that one. AETERN. There we go. These are new followers. My pen is drying out. Oh wait, here's a better pen. So you guys can see it. I'm going to write followers correctly this time instead of followers. There we go, Eternix. And
hello, Tevison.
We had 2 new subscribers. We had 30 Studio. And we had Miss Half Damage. Go, good. I think that's it, right? Can you double check that, Mike?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Thank you guys again for the follows, for the subs, for the being awesome, for being magnificent. All of you. Tevison, hello. You just need to come here for a weekend and help me. Super Sarah needs the help. All right. So in the spots, I'm leaving that orange deep in there, but I'm going to go around here with the yellow again. So I'm going to put a little bit of this yellow on the edges of this chrysanthemum just to see what a little bit of OSL is going to look like. I got to take glasses off though. I'm guessing that these luminaries, we'll call them luminaries because I'm not really sure, don't have a lot of light coming from them. So I'm not going to put a ton of OSL on stuff. But on things like edges that are very close to the source, we'll definitely put a line of yellow next to that. I forgot, we need to put, before we even do this, we need to get the dark contrast first. And I was going to do that with a little bit of, we had blue wash, and I think I've got another pea purple. Wait, I don't want to use pea purple. I want to use this violet ink. Maybe a little of those two mixed together would look good. Also, what am I doing in Australia next year? Sorry. Oh, I am visiting mates, and I'm also hopefully going to be teaching a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be anything super official, but we're going to be in Sydney and Brisbane and Canberra. Those are the 3 places I'm going to be. So if you are in those neck of the woods, yeah, definitely let me know, and I'll see if you're around for times when I have a teaching session there. That'd be awesome.
Not going to Melbourne?
No, I know. It's just a little bit out of the way. That's the only thing. It's too far down the road. Everything is down the road in Australia. You can be a block away or 20 miles and it's down the road.
Pigment Paint Miniature says that Melbourne is the best.
It's not Melbourne. It's Melbourne.
It's the Melbourne identity.
No. Oh my God. Melbourne. Just don't even pronounce the R. Am I right? Yep, Shoshie got it right. Haha. Melbourne. See? It's so, and then you say Brisbane, not Brisbane. Brisbane. Canberra. Not Canberra. Canberra.
A dingo ate ya, baby.
No, Mike. See, he's going to embarrass me, and we're going to get stopped by customs. And they're going to say, yeah, nah, you can go on home, mate.
Put another prawn on the barbie.
No, Mike. Oh, at least he said prawn. All right, more ink back here with this beautiful chrysanthemum. And I'm going to, this is the blue and purple ink, and it came out really nice. Put some in here. This is to give us our lovely contrasts. Us Australians are lazy, we like to drop our R's. To be fair, Australian accents are hard. Right, and not only that, but not every Australian accent is the same either. That's the weird part. And the onus to understand is on the listener. Oh, look at that. Let's do shadows in the hair with this purpley blue color. Love it, love it. See what I mean, guys? Oh, I love it. May not have thought of doing purple shadows, but it works really well. When we go back over that with some of the gray, we'll highlight it again with some gray. Let me water that down just a smudge. Just a smudge. Hold on. There we go. Because the ink has the wash is gonna go down in the crevices because it's not an ink. It's gonna behave a lot more like the GW washes. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically picking out my shadows and going over all my base coat, but I'll come back with the base coat to revive it. I just need to get my shadows in here because I want a very, very strong contrast, and the purple and the yellow will be extremely high contrast. So base coat was the gray, then the wash on top, then we'll pick out our color base coat again with that, and then after that we'll go back with the yellow and pick out our little highlights that we need to get the OSL with. I know you're thinking her hair's purple right now. It won't be. Just bear with me. It's just easier and faster for me not to have to go all over it. It's easier for me to go over all like, there we go. All right, give me 1 second. I'll look at chat. Just having that purple next to that yellow makes a big difference. And actually, I might even leave some of that because it looks really good that way right there. Happy accidents. Nobody said paint her hair purple, but I'm liking it. She is a witch. She maybe has magical hair dye.
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
What's that from?
Princess Bride. Need to paint a little happy cloud.
I do. Here, wait. Happy cloud. Now watch me drag my hand through it. There you go, guys. Happy cloud. It's really popping. I know. It is. It's looking good. Wait till we get the base coat back. It will look really good. Purple and yellow pop because they're complementary colors. They're opposites on the color wheel. And so they will always pop next to each other. Think in terms of the football team colors, right? Football team colors are almost always, not always, but almost always complementary. If they're not complementary, then they're generally still popping colors, because you need to be able to see them from across the field. All right, I'm going back to my gray color here. This is my rainy gray, scale 75, 60, right there. It all dried up in my palette already, but okay, so this is the part where I'm highlighting my hair on all the apexes, and I'm leaving the shadowy purple already in the shadows. I love redundancy. The redundancy is even better. All right, and
Painting Miniature says, yeah, color theory is so awesome, I always thought I couldn't be bothered with it, but then I got into it and fell down the YouTube rabbit hole of color theory. And now I'm just obsessed with it.
Yay. You can get this book called Color by, I think it's Betty White. Wait.
Betty White?
No.
Really?
Well, wait. Hold on. Let me go check real quick. I've got it over here.
Beautiful. Being on that shelf. Please stand by. She's knocking down one of her shelves at the moment. It went like this.
No.
Yes, it did.
No.
It wobbled back and forth.
Lies.
Truth.
Okay. Hold face cam, please. It's not the Betty White version. It's by Betty Edwards, and it's called Color. And it's the new...
No, you.
This is by the same gal who did Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And this has a whole bunch of different exercises and things that teach you about color.
And under the titles, Drawing from the Left Side of the Brain.
It says author of the new Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, because they proved that there's no right and left brain. Why are you laughing at me?
I made an Australia joke and you didn't even catch it.
Down under? What?
Down under, it's the left side of the brain. Because everything's opposite down there.
Anyway, a course in mastering the art of mixing colors. And so that's a good book. One of the things that's really good about it is the fact that it has all the little exercises that you can do. It's like a workbook. All right. Back to what I was doing. I took some of this out. I'm going to take more. I'm going to get it out with the back of my brush instead. And I'm going to mix a little bit of this with that ink I've got. No, I'm going to mix some of it with the gray I have. So I'm going to see what happens when I do that. So here's that blue with the gray. And I'm going to see how it looks as a highlight once I get my grays back. Photo maker, so it won't work in Canada, right? Oh my gosh. Camera pans over and we see Shoshie's pinned under the bookcase. No, he's so mean.
I was not being
no,
mean.
No, Diomedes said that.
Oh. That's what the bookshelf was doing.
Don't jinx me. I feel like most people understand color theory even if they aren't conscious of it. You just kind of know something doesn't look good together. You'd be surprised. There's so much more, yeah, when you get involved with color theory to understand. All right, don't shake the table. All right, now I'm only highlighting the hair so that we leave all the shadow there. This is, I might need a smaller brush actually. Let me see if I've got a smaller one.
Yes, Saturnics, we're south of Chicago. Shoshie teaches at Adepticon and Gen Con and some other cons in the area, the Midwest.
Dragonfall Con is in Elmhurst.
Elmhurst. If you're in the Chicagoland area, that would be probably the next one where it's not sold out already.
Right. Yeah, there's no classes are sold out because they haven't listed any of them for Dragonfall on yet.
And that's true too, Super Sarah. If you do a level 3 sub, she'll do a 30-minute Skype tutoring, mentoring session.
Yeah. It's only $24.99, and you get a half hour of video coaching, one-on-one, and it's pretty much whatever you want to learn. So it set you off on a path of discovery of learning mini painting. See how the purples stay in there? That's what I wanted. I wanted the gray. The layer, so nice. There we go. Let's try a little bit of this blue as a secondary highlight. Yeah, that works really good. What I like about this blue is it's not overpowering. That. Very pretty. Let's do these. This is where I hold my breath. Details, details, details. Yay, oh my goodness. Got a subscriber. Somebody wants coaching. Oh, Dr. Mo, thank you so much. But Dr. Mo subscribed with Twitch Prime, which doesn't get you a
coaching session,
but it does get you a massive thank you.
And also sometimes you do subscriber only drawings.
That is true. There every now and then I'll do a subscriber only. I'm spelling Dr. wrong. There we go. Dr. Mo. Subscriber only drawings happen every now and then, yeah. Also, if you do want the coaching and you do have the tier 3, you have to contact me to set that up. I won't be contacting you and saying, hey, you're a tier 3, you know, when do you want to do this? You got to contact me. That way, because some people want the coaching, some people don't. And this way, I'm not spending a lot of time tracking people down when they may not have time. They just want to sub at the tier 3 level and watch me paint. So see, all of that down there is not going to get a lot of detail painting because it's already in shadow. See that? That looks amazing right there. Can you guys see that okay? Can they see that part of her hair, Mike? Can you focus that?
Sec.
He's going to focus it for you guys.
There's the code for you, Ion Engine.
Iron Engine says, do your viewers... Yes, we do have the code still going because until it's all used up, we're going to keep having that available.
Am I focusing?
You're going to focus on her... Yeah, see how that looks on her hair?
I keep going closer and farther away.
I want them to see this work I've done here, where I've gone back with the gray and then the blue. When the blue is closest to where these orbs are, see the difference here between the two? Now, watch when I'm going to paint. Here's the gray on this side. And I leave the shadowy bits. This is all layering, highlighting. So this is all shadowed, so that's not going to get too much gray, but this part over here, right by the orb, is going to get some highlights because the orb is lighting this up and making it look more... Because when purple is lit by yellow, guess what? It turns kind of this color. Kind of turns a brownish puce color. Don't know if you guys knew that. Now here's the blue. Blue I'm going to put closest to the orb. I have to... Yep. Yeah. Let me see what that looks like on cam. Yes. Looks good. Oh yeah. I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along. All right, and flip it around. Flip it, reverse it. All right, so there's... Mike. This is going to be a little trickier because look at, there's so many little strands of hair, but I know it's time consuming, tedious, and probably boring as hell to watch me paint all these on stream, but I'm telling you, you have to do it. You have to do it to make it look amazing. If I had a faster way to do this, I would be showing you. I don't. See that? Now, in the crevices, obviously you don't need to paint as much.
What's the difference between the fantasy and games colors versus scale colors with scale 75?
So, ooh, we got here.
100 bits from Ion
Ion
Engine.
Engine, thank you so much for the cheer. Yay. The difference is the fantasy and games is a little bit more satin and a lot thinner. And the scale color is very, well, this is the Inktense. The scale color is very matte and a lot thicker. So if you use them in combo, you kind of have a wider range of opportunities, because there's different types of contrast, and one of the types of contrast is finish, either flat or shiny or flat is the two types of contrast. Okay, let me go back here. I just want to show you. There's my yellow, and I'm going to put just a tiny amount of yellow closest to the orb. Just like I did on the Chrysanthemum. Okay. And now you guys know that I was actually planning and originally painting her to competition level. I still haven't given up that dream, which is another reason why the tediousness of this painting might be a little bit much for stream. But how many people are you going to know that are going to paint something competition level on stream for you? Most people won't. Most people are not going to share their secrets with you for the one part. And number two, they also know that they're not going to get to the highest level on stream. Which even isn't that beautiful? Love it. Look at, it's basically like miniature OSL on those bands of hair. Does it look like it's glowing yet? Let's do a little bit of more orange in the center. Woohoo! We got a new follower. Mari! Hello! Or is it Mari, depending on where you're from? Let's write your name down over here. IE, is it IE or is it just I? Thank you, welcome. We don't have competitions much. No, you're right. You should try entering some of the online competitions, though. Pigment painting. There's actually quite a lot of online miniature painting competitions, and in some ways, those can be a little bit easier because you're not having the close scrutiny, right, of judges looking right at your work. They only get to see the pictures, which is only what you show them. There you go with this beautiful colors. Oh my goodness. So some of the yellow went a little crazy over here, so I got to kind of tone it down with this gray. This is a number, I think this is a 0 by Spellcrow. This is, you know, I'm really happy with the Spellcrow brushes, and I keep going back to them. Even though they're not Not crazy high quality. They're not crazy expensive, but they're just right. There we go. They let me get really accurate too. I like that. Over here. I know you guys are going to sleep. This has got to be boring, but it's the outcome that you want to see. Right? Just a smidge of purple right there. I'm happy. Let's do a little bit of purple around the edge of her face to bring out some of the shadows that are by her mask. I'm just kind of doing an outline of purple around her face. Flip it. Try not to get this too watery. And also, I just noticed underneath her mask, we need some dark lining with the purple because there would be some sort of cast shadow from the mask underneath. All right, let's see what it looks like when I flip it back. Yep, we got some nice shadows from that. All right. Is anybody saying anything, Mike?
Nope.
Ooh. Designed for those battle robots dudes from Vallejo Nocturna. Yeah, I've seen those paints. And you know what? You can use those on miniatures too. Those Nocturna paints are really, they're just acrylic. I've actually been told that a lot of the miniature painters in Spain and stuff are starting to use those on minis. So we do just a smidge of yellow pot right here. Just look at that, boom. Do it again here. It reads as white, doesn't it? It's not, it's yellow. You guys see how it pops right there. Make sure I don't have too much on my brush. Oh, I kind of like it. What do you guys think? Going with it? Do you think I should put a little bit more yellows? Little bits? That was it. Yes. Look at that. Love. And it makes me want to put that purple over here too. Just tuned in, Melty Mortal says, I'm getting Starry Night vibes. Me too. Very much so. I think that's the tone of the piece for sure. Starry Night would be a good... Look at that, guys. It's going to be amazing. And then here's the bird up here. You might need to tone that orange down. That orange is really drawing my eye away from her. Let's see if I can tone it down just a smidge before it gets crazy. A little yellow over the top of it, just a little bit. What's nice is about this these particular paints, the fantasy, the glaze is real nice. Looks like it goes over that pretty well. See, now it's not gonna rip my eye away from the subject, which is her. I do get into my colors, and then all of a sudden I've painted like something like the back is going to be more interesting than the front, right? That happens. There, just a little glaze. We can always kick it back up if we want. So it's still orange, but it's not blazing orange. Thank you. The line also has a cool effect for paints, rust, soil. Yes, it does. We've got, they got a new line of stuff. I can't remember what it is, but I want to check that out. I need to get a scale 75 order for myself in soon here. There's the little bits of yellow again. I wanted to use this blue. I need to go back with this blue because it's a cooler. There we go. Yay, we got another follower.
Subscribe.
Oh,
Geeky Girl
subscribe.
Games, Twitch Prime.
Geeky Girl, thank you so much. Here we go. Let's write your name down. Geeky Girl Games.
Twin Ion Engine is really digging this figure. Great job.
Yay! I'm really glad you guys are digging it because I am digging it too. I wanted to take a look at that incense burner. Let's take a peek at it because she's swinging this like that. It goes into her arm, actually. Wait, does it go like this or does it go like that? I think it goes like this, yes. So that will sit down in her arm, and we'll put Bondic over that seam so you won't even see that. And I think this needs to be a blue, crazy blue, like a blue smoke. What do you guys think? Yeah, and then I'm thinking this incense burner itself maybe needs to be this dark brown. Let's see what happens. Not that one. Like a dark. So we've got the silver metal here. Yes, we do the silver metal also. In fact, let's get out the thrash metal and see how that looks. Because we can always make it darker later. But it might be harder to make it lighter later. So start with thrash metal. Which one is it? I'm looking for it. I got paint on my finger. Okay. Here it is. There's thrash metal. I'll set that back there. It's a cold, kind of almost a platinum colored metal. It will really good. It'll go well with this this color scheme because it's already in that family. And I'm gonna go with an older brush. It's my Winsor Newton one, and that way, if I get metal parts into it, it won't be too big a deal. And let's paint all this up here. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I think that will actually look nice with the blue flame coming from it. See? And then these baubles can be silver as well. I don't know if you guys, I think this model was 3D imaged, and then they cast it, or it might have even been 3D printed, I'm not sure, but I know they designed it with the 3D sculpting tool. Blue smoke, why not purple haze? And Racanid says some green on the mask will add too many colors. Yeah, I think I want to stay away from greens because I want purples and blues to be the main colors. I want really limited palette. But if we need another color, green is a good one because it's there. You can go so many different directions with green. The bottom of this, because that's going to be showing actually. Purple haze. Maybe she's using the incense to capture this phoenix. Maybe that's part of her magic spell. You got to tell yourself a story when you're painting in order to help yourself get into the miniature. All right, so that's drying. Let's see, blue. The blue I want is almost like this color blue. Well, no, it's not even that. It's a magic blue. It's got to be, hold on, amaranth blue, or no, I think it is. Yeah, I think this might be the right blue. Somewhere between those two. Amarth blue and I can't say that word. Ariarnhod blue. I think that's how I say it. Yeah, this is a nighttime piece, so all the colors are going to be very, maybe we'll even need to have them more desaturated later. So I'm going to glaze this blue on and see what happens. What happens when I glaze it over. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not exactly what I wanted, but maybe it needs to dry. I think it needs some of this yellow in here. Ooh, there we go. Haha. That was what it needed. Isn't that crazy? You put a little yellow and you get that exact right color of turquoise turquoise. So we'll just do the whole thing with this yellow. And then I'll go over it with the blue again. So high key yellow, guys, that's the magic color from this, right? Mr. McCranky. Hello, welcome. I love that name, Mr. McCranky. All right, let's go ahead and write your name down. Hold on, let me finish getting this. Isn't that pretty, guys? Look at that. Pretty, pretty. The incense smoke could be a glittery white. Possibly, yeah. Here's the link to the most amazing scene. Okay, let me go take a peek. I'm going to look at this digital art collection. Oh, whoa. That's insane. Those are amazing. Mr. McCranky, we write down the names of our new followers because we are grateful for all of them. Let's see, Mr. _ McCranky. Ah, Midnight Lurker Minis is also following us. Let's finish Mr. McCranky. Midnight Lurker Minis. That almost doesn't fit on my page there. Look at that. Welcome, both of you. Thank you. I hope that you enjoy the stream. We're doing something that we don't often do in this stream, and that is we're painting a potential competition model. And it's all completely impromptu, kind of go with the flow. Let's see what happens. And it's so far a lot of crowdsourced ideas are coming from it. It's pretty awesome. Let's get back with this yellow. Ooh, I love it. Those are modular and bits of armor can be clipped in. What? That's so much fun. Are those meant for a game of any kind, or are they just meant to be fun and paint? Kind of like garage kits. Pretty amazing. So what we were doing here is we've got this high key yellow, and we're using it as a base for this magical incense smoke that we want to be turquoise. So we're mixing a little bit of it with this Amarth blue. Amarth blue is scale fantasy and games 30, and it's working nicely so far. The darker bits over here are getting more blue, and then the lighter bits are getting a little bit more yellow. And I'm also letting the primer, the white primer, kind of shine through as well. That I love that. I'm going to leave that yellow there because that's really gorgeous right there. Okay, this is just wet blending, wet paint on wet paint. I'm going to get a little bit more yellow over here. Everywhere there's the dark primer, I'm trying to get this dark blue down in. And then all the other spots I can go ahead and have the yellow. Painted pigment painting miniature says those are, oh wait, he said that. Thanks for the stars. Aw. Pretty sure they're fun for funsies and competition pieces. That's pretty awesome. I'm really curious of the quality that they print out as now. They're probably pretty cool. Right. Again, back here with the blue. This blue is a little bit on the transparent side because it's the fantasy in games, so it's a lot thinner. What's nice is they do go through an airbrush really nicely. All right, let's go with the yellow now. See?
Oh, Shosh.
I'm so sorry. Mike's got headphones on, and I'm sure some of you all do too, and I just coughed in your ear. I'm so sorry.
Artie Wolf wants to know if there's any bets on whether you can hold on to a fourth stream to finish this one, or whether you're going to finish it in between streams.
I think I can possibly wait. I don't know. It's been pretty fun to paint it on stream. The real question is, are you guys bored the heck of it, you know? Do you want a fourth stream? I know that there's a lot of you that would probably regret it if I painted it off stream, because you'd have the 3 parts and then no way of knowing how you actually finished it off. So I can let you guys vote now, because it's really on you. I mean, if I don't have any viewers, there's no point in me coming back and painting this, right? If you're here and you watch, that makes it fun, and then we all get to watch it painted. So tell me in your comments what you think, whether you want this a fourth stream or not. It'll be this Friday afternoon. You need to keep going lighter and lighter with this yellow. There you go. Geeky girls, I want to see it. Painted miniature says, I've seen a stream of someone painting the orc. Oh, cool. It's mind-blowing. That's awesome. More yellow. And more blue down in here. That's starting to look nice. There we go.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yay.
I like it.
Me too.
Woot.
It looks ghostly, that's for sure. That's kind of what I was going for with the kind of ethereal colors here. Let me try a little bit of this metallic-y blue over here. Yeah, that's not bad. Got good coverage. So it does throw off my colors a smidge. We'll see. It might get changed because I'm looking at it and we need a little bit of blue OSL on our leg if we're going to do it, I think. Or we need to add some purple shadows into it to tie it all together. Let's do that first. So we're going to go with the piggy purple and the blue wash. This is the blue game color wash. I wish to see it finished on stream. I want to see you finished on stream. Everybody's saying they want to see me finish it. Okay. I don't know that it's, I think it might take more than 4, but I'm willing to finish it on stream if you guys are still really up for it. Is that fair? Let's do a little bit of dark purpley. Ah, yes. Only in the deepest recesses, and I need a little bit of, there we go, we need to make it more washy. See, that's what it needed. Now look at how it ties in. That purple looks great with it now. Purple, purple, purple.
Looking good.
Thank you. 30 says 3 a.m. and you're pooped out. Oh my goodness, girl, go to bed. So late. That's impressive. Go ahead and give 30 Studio 5 points for staying up so late. That's pretty amazing. That's dedication. Good, more people want to see it finished. Valthornillion, Miss Half Damage. How did my autograph session go? Mike wasn't there for my autograph session, actually. But I got to sit and talk to Andy Hopp and Gary Graham.
You didn't mention that Gary Graham was sitting there, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Should have said that.
Why?
I don't know, because it would have been a more interesting story, because I know Andy.
Oh.
Not that that's uninteresting, but it's even more interesting with Gary Graham.
Yeah. Gary Graham is from Alien Nation, and he was also the father of Spock in the Star Trek movies. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I like that. That looks so much better with the purples. All right, should we be looking for everybody? Go ahead and see if we can find somebody to host. We probably shouldn't host Nikki Coles or Fancy Unicorn because they usually quit right about when I do. As much as they appreciate it, I'd like to get somebody who we could actually host for a little while.
Jotby met you at Marcon and is saying hi and thanks.
Hi, Jubby. Yay. That was so great. I'm glad that you could catch the stream. We actually learned a lot on this stream too, so hopefully you'll be back.
Fancy's definitely wrapping up.
Yeah, Fancy's always kind of quitting about the same time as me, so see if we can find someone else. Faces and Bases is on. Who else? Let's do the end of this, a lot of purple. Let's do that. We'll even probably make it eventually go to black because we lost some of our lights.
No, Jade Mermaid, she's just about to wrap up.
Is? Yeah.
No, you are.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm almost done here. Well, not done with the mini, but we're almost done streaming for tonight. We usually go for 2 hours. That gives me a good amount of time to get a lot done without getting too tired.
Tired is bad.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to stop finishing it because you keep painting it.
I know, because
stream.
I have to. You have to get it like. I know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to quit. All right, that looks good. I'm not happy with this side. That's the thing with wet blending. You have to be fast. All right, let me look for someone to. Lime is on. Yeah, we haven't boosted him for a while. So let me go ahead and host him. We will raid him. Everybody go ahead and type Mad Love from Shoshie's Minis. And I'm going to put this in here so you can copy and paste it. With hearts. Oops, not a 2. There we go. There we go. All right, thanks, Jan. Make sure, let's see, here we go, raid. Make sure you cut and paste that. All right. I will be back Friday afternoon, 2:30 to 4:30, GMT minus 6. And so hopefully you guys will be able to catch it. All right, thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Might go ahead and put the